That's good. Easier for you because you could blend in.
Wait. This is YouTube.
That came around.
Welcome to Roundtable Talks, the YouTube edition. I'm joined by Mino as usual. How you doing?
Hey, what's up, everybody?
We have been recording today.
Yeah.
We're having fun. I got my sips.
Let me get a little nothing close
It's
by.
all good. Let's hop into it. This is a subreddit on Let's Not Meet. So it's kind of like spooky, scary kind of stuff.
Okay.
So the title is Someone Was Hiding in the Darkness While We Were Skinny Dipping. Yeah.
The darkness of where? The water?
We'll get into it.
Okay.
That night, I was hanging out with 3 friends, Sarah, Nick, and Mary. We were celebrating Nick's birthday at his place, which happened to have a hot tub in the backyard. After a couple hours and a couple too many beers, we jokingly suggest skinny dipping in the hot tub as some kind of birthday present.
Wait, pause.
Yes?
Sarah, Nick, and who?
Mary.
Good job, Nick. Okay, keep going.
It would have probably stopped there if it wasn't for our drunkenness. So we eventually say, F it, let's do it. Now for context, Nick's house was by a forest and was very isolated from neighbors. Adding to that, it was maybe past midnight, and anything past the Christmas lights of dubious quantity that was spread around the yard was basically pitch black. Being effing peas, going out there without Nick's parents' home would have been unimaginable if it hadn't been for the wonders of inebriation. So semi-reluctantly, I followed my friends into the night with a towel on my shoulder. We reached the hot tub that was worryingly close to the edge of the woods, and we started stripping. Everything was fine for the next 30 minutes or so, apart from the occasional branch cracking. We were having fun, telling stories or rambling about stupid and the fear faded quickly. That was until a deafening shriek came from the darkness of the forest, lasting for about 5 seconds. It sounded like a human voice, but it almost didn't sound like a person. We all turned, livid, became silent for what seemed like hours, and I even saw Nick lose his boner in a matter of seconds. We didn't dare try to look into the forest, except Mary, who just grew a pair of balls out of nowhere and picked up her phone to use the flashlight. We couldn't help but follow the light as she pointed at the forest, who seemed unaffected by it as if the darkness was swallowing it. Nothing.
Yep.
As we were about to stop looking, though, the void stared back at us. Mary shined the light far behind Sarah and reflected on a pair of eyes and a white form in the distance. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. We rushed out of the tub without even giving a single thought about gathering our clothes. Mary and I screamed. Apparently, her balls had been blown to smithereens, and we all ran towards the back entrance as fast as possible. Nick immediately got a knife while we locked every door and window. We wanted to call Nick's parents or the police or anyone, but our phones were over by the forest where we left them. Seeing no other choice, Nick put shoes on and made a run for it. He'd managed to get his phone, but he'd heard loud breathing coming from the forest, meaning whatever it was hadn't left. What followed were the shittiest 2 hours of my life. Nick got his parents to make their way home, handed us towels so we could finally cover ourselves, and we gathered in the basement where there were no windows. We spent most of the time in silence, waiting for something to happen. Half an hour in, we heard another shriek, more distant, only this time it was shortly followed by knocks on the door that couldn't possibly be Nick's parents. Sarah actually started crying, but thankfully it stopped after that. The parents arrived and allowed us to sleep in the basement for safety. They hadn't heard or seen anything, and were pretty sure we just imagined stuff. We hardly slept, and once the morning came, we went out to get our stuff. The phones, keys, wallets were all there. The only things missing were Nick's shirt and Sarah and Mary's panties. I wasn't wearing any that night. So that left us with 2 possible scenarios. A weird, pale-ass pervert spied on us in an isolated area deep in the woods, or whatever other creepy-ass roams in there just decide to spook us. Bro,
Yo.
that is... I just got a little bit of chills just now reading that.
Yo. That started off good and just
Yeah.
went left.
I told you it was spooky.
I just imagine like a homeless, pale guy. Maybe not homeless,
Yeah.
but a pale guy just in the woods beating off, watching
That's
them in
why
the
I was
pool.
thinking too. When he came, he was like, ah. He had the time of his life.
And then when they run away, he was like, that was hot.
Yeah.
Like, in their fear
Oh my gosh, dude. I
from the
can't
second street.
I can't do that.
Dude.
That's scary, man.
Although I do have a problem, like the geography of the whole thing. So
Yeah.
it was in a back patio
Mm-hmm.
first, drinking.
Mm-hmm.
And now a bunch of Christmas lights, and they can't see into the woods.
Yeah.
Then they went into the woods to go to the hot tub.
So I'm thinking like there's a hot tub and there's like 5 or 6, probably like 5 to 10 feet of like grass/gravel, and then the woods
Okay,
start.
okay.
So
Got
it's
it.
in the
Yeah.
backyard. The backyard is right behind in front of the woods.
See, this is why you have to fence your yard in.
Yeah.
Because
But
imagine if that person was like psychopathic killer.
yeah.
They won't get no forewarning shriek.
Oh, somebody was gone.
They'll just be hearing a heap of like footsteps sound like hoofs beating against the ground.
Coming towards them.
Yeah. And Nick would have been the first one, because he's the potentially strongest, so they have to get rid of him first.
No, he'd be the one to survive because he's running inside. Whoever trip or hesitate gonna be the first one to go.
Damn.
Yeah, so a lot of people use like the forest as their fence basically because it look nice in the daytime, I guess, or whatever. It's a nice view. Nah, give me that fence.
Not to people of the black descent.
Run
We
me
don't
that
like that forest.
fence. Yeah. We're not gonna live there at all.
No. That's too easy for people to just listen, right? The only way I would live in a forest is if I could booby trap everything. Because I paranoid. I paranoid.
You wouldn't get any mail because you gonna trap the door and everything.
You better come to the front where the forest don't exist.
That's fine.
They better don't have no back roads through there neither. Because if you get lost, if your car break down, and you say, I'm gonna walk through these woods to go knock on this person's door.
That's it.
You're done. You're done.
Jeez. What will you do?
I probably would do the same thing they did, except for I wouldn't go in the basement. I don't see why they need to do that. Like, you already lock all the doors. If the person will break into your house anyway, then go into the basement. But even then, I wouldn't go into the basement ever, because that's a trap. Like, you're done if you're in the basement. You're never escaping. So
I get
unless the
you.
basement have a door.
Yeah, I feel you.
Some basements have a door. But
Nah,
I wouldn't
yeah.
go into the basement because I'm paranoid, but I ain't a coward. Like, I ain't going to be allowing people to just make me act like a little bee. So I was just chill in the house. Like, lock the doors, be chilling.
Nah, but I feel like I understand where they come from. I know I still feeling the chills, right? Cause like if you're inside and the lights on, you can't see outside because of how light works.
Lights on? Have you never seen any show where people shooting into your house? You always turn the lights off. Granted, he wasn't shooting, but
yeah, but like that's the thing. Like you're just in the dark and somebody watching you, and you could see them. I feel like that's not what the fear.
If they look into the window, it's over.
That's why I think they went in the basement with no windows because nobody can see you in there. You know what I mean?
But if you turn off all lights in the house,
yeah,
and you just chilling. But the thing is, like, why would you just be chilling, doing like just sitting in the dark?
scared. Exactly.
Dumb. Never mind.
And he had to.
I was imagining like watching TV.
Yeah. No, watching TV.
Yeah.
No, that's attention. You have to move after this because what I want to see the conversation they had where they made Nick go get a phone because I wasn't getting no phone.
True. Nick was like, no, all the girls was just looking at him expectantly, like,
Yeah.
we need our phones. To
We
call
need to
somebody.
call somebody.
Yeah, we need to call. See, this is why we need to have landlines again. We need
Yeah.
landlines
There's a whole bunch
because
of
these cell
non-verbal
phones.
communication going on. We need to get our phones.
Yeah. He
Are you
and
like,
they
yeah.
they're naked as hell. So they like
Oh,
we ain't going outside.
yeah.
We ain't going outside. They're just looking at him like, so you gonna be a man or?
Yeah. Dude, I'll be like, go get your phone. Where's your phone?
I
And the
think
man,
if I was Nick, I'd
y-
probably do the same thing. And I grab a knife.
yeah.
I prefer to grab two knives because I want to get a big one and I want
Uh-huh.
to get a small one.
Okay.
The small one is for stabbing. The big one is for scaring, right?
Yeah.
Then I would just have the small one in my hand. I mean, the big one in my hand, visible, and the small one behind me. I'll just
Uh-huh.
be looking around the house. Then I would run. I would dash the big one like straight behind me into the house and dash to the thing. Grab my phone, run back. If anything happened to me, like even a moth, I
A
stab in it.
month. But like the man went outside and he hearing heavy breathing.
Yeah, how he hearing it from the woods though? Like that woods have to be close.
So it has to be like right there on the edge.
Yeah.
Like three,
Are you
four,
hearing?
three, four
That
feet.
person's I tell you, that person start beating again. No, beating again.
He reminisce.
Yeah. He's like, and they were so scared.
Dude. And then when they went back inside, another shriek and pounding at the door.
No, that would have scared me.
You
That
have to.
would have scared me.
I'm not living in this house again. I'm quick to get up on houses. If I in a
Yeah.
house, you have weird noises, we gotta move. Like I don't care if we just
Yeah.
pay the down payment, we out to hear it.
My question is, why they had to wait till the parents come? I mean, like the parents come home and they still stay in the basement.
It's a safety. It's just like a feeling safe thing. Nobody can look at you. They just get violated basically. They just get a privacy thing. So they don't want nobody looking at them. They don't want the guy to be out the windows looking at them in the window while they're sleeping because they know who the guy is.
Yeah. What the parents gonna do though? So you're gonna leave your parents to get murdered and you just in the basement
But the
cowering?
thing is no, we don't know how long this guy has been doing this for.
Oh, I didn't even think of
This is
that.
just the first time they heard him make a noise.
This is the first time they hear him shriek. And this is
Yes.
the first time he been brave enough to come and pound on the door.
Well, it's kids or young people.
I really hope it wasn't kids.
Yeah, I would say like college age.
Let's say 21-year-olds, because I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
want to imagine anything less.
yeah. It was
Uh,
like he's like three women and a male. So
yeah.
Nick wasn't probably looking buff. Like I could take all of these. I could take all of
Yeah.
these right now.
Yeah. Suicide.
He just shriek. This is ah.
What if it wasn't human?
What it could be. I get more
I don't
chills now,
know.
man.
Asuka, no, Asuka. I can't remember the names for
Sukuya?
these animals. Yeah.
That's a
Could be
witch.
one of those. It could be a Jumbi,
Chupacabra,
Chupacabra.
Bigfoot.
Not Bigfoot. Bigfoot wouldn't shriek.
Imagine Bigfoot wanking off to people in the hot tub.
Damn. Big hairy fist just
Ah.
here dangling and waving as he beats it. Yuck.
Oh man, but that's really scary because this is probably not the first time you look at people. The parents probably been in the hot tub. He looking at them. Probably look at them during the daytime while they in the house. Cause if you're in
Yeah.
the woods, your house is all windows, all glass. Cause you want to see the scenery. But
Yeah.
it
Have
goes both ways.
you ever been in the woods at night?
What? I'm black.
That's good. Easier for you because you could blend in. Wait.
This is YouTube.
That came around. But I remember as a kid, like in St. Croix,
Yo,
like playing hide and seek in the pitch black when electricity gone.
I used to do that too.
And one of the ways I would do like hide is like I would dress in all black
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I
yeah.
know they can't find me as
Hmm.
easy because I wear all black.
Yeah, yeah,
I wear
yeah.
all black hoodie because I light skin, so I have to cover up the light skin parts,
Yeah.
and I would just go hide.
We
So
we
that's
did
what I was saying. Like,
we did that same thing in Dominica. Cause in Dominica the power let us go. Like it just you just wake up, there's no power, or there's just no power when you get home. So like let's play hide and
yeah,
seek. But I went into the neighbor's yard, and this was a neighbor that nobody messed with. Nobody talked to her. Nobody went in her yard. No nothing. But I was like, I'm hiding. I gonna win.
yeah.
I behind the house. I hear something behind me. I turn around and she's coming towards me in the dark.
With a belt?
I don't remember what was in her hand. I think it was a torch in her hand or something. Cause it's dark.
Oh, yeah,
I have
yeah,
never ran so fast. I went straight inside the house.
yeah.
That
You're
was one of
done.
the
I
scariest
lose.
moments of my childhood. Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah, I
But
lose. You
I'm
win.
not a screamer. I don't scream. I don't believe in that. I just ran.
Man, say you don't believe in streaming.
So this is another story we will talk to
They ain't
again
crashing,
probably.
my boy just did.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you talk
Straight
about
face.
we talk about sleep paralysis, right? So I had it happen to me in college in UVI. I
Okay.
was sleeping. It was right before Christmas break. I was sleeping in bed. I turn over. I look up. There's a dark figure just looking over me. I had no roommate, and the door was locked. So somebody would scream. No, I just turn over and went back to sleep because I'm not gonna scream. Everybody come running and there's nothing there. That's not me. I'm just gonna go
Yeah,
sleep. If you're gonna do something.
yeah. I would say there's two like same. Like whenever, but then again, I've been having sleep paralysis like all my life.
Yeah.
So I just used to it. Like I see something scary, like okay, I just go and roll back over and go back to sleep.
I think it's
Hopefully, leave me
because
alone.
as a kid, I was scared of the dark bad.
Yeah.
But my imagination was so crazy back then, and it still is. I used to hear voices. Like, you'd have a thunderstorm, and the rain would have a voice, the thunder would have a voice, the lightning would have a voice, and they're all talking about me. And
What
then
are
in
they
the
saying?
just like, who's that kid? Why he's so scared? Like, just random stuff they'll be talking about me. And I'll be like, Mom! Dad! Nobody ever came. Ever.
Yeah. Like you better grow some balls,
Y'all are
little
not
boy.
sleeping this hard. I'm screaming. Your child's in danger. Come help.
They're like,
But I don't know if it actually was a dream or what. That's the thing. Like, I don't know if it was a dream or was real.
ah, true.
So like I've been dreaming the whole thing. I'm screaming in my dream, but just peacefully sleeping in my bed.
Yeah. Because that happened to me before.
Yeah.
Too. One time I had a dream. Well, actually, I wasn't asleep.
Hmm.
Pretty sure I was awake.
Yeah.
But I feel like as a kid, your imagination is so strong
Yeah.
that you hallucinate things and they look real. I remember as
Yeah.
a kid, I woke up one night and I looked in the hallway and there was like a little like Chucky looking
Oh no.
thing
Hmm.
standing there. I was like, I going back to sleep. I don't even have to pee anymore. I think I pee my bed that night because I was like, I refuse. I refuse to go pee. I close my door, I lock it.
Happened to me awake too. We were all awake in my parents' room watching TV. I look out the bedroom into the kitchen and I see like a silver figure looking at me, like an alien. But we were all awake. So I'm like, was I dreaming then again? So like, it was hard for me because back then, imagination was just running wild.
Yeah, yeah. I remember my little sister when she was a kid. She used to be scared of clowns or something, but she
Mm.
used to tell me that she's seeing this clown and like it's like she will come into the room screaming.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
She said, "What happened?" Like I see a clown or whatever. I'm like, where? And then she will point to like nothing, obviously, because she
yeah,
would still be seeing it.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I'm like, Crystal, there's nothing there. She's like, it's right there. I'm like, dude, it probably really was there. We just couldn't see it.
yeah,
Sometimes wonder, like, so going to the supernatural,
yeah.
I don't really believe in that stuff,
Mm-hmm.
right? I think that's hallucination. I don't think it's like an actual thing.
Yeah.
But let's pretend or maybe not pretend if you actually do believe it. And I target most of the chat, not you. Let's pretend or let's agree that it is real.
Yeah.
What if when you're younger, because like you get pushed into the world,
Yeah.
came from the spiritual world, quote unquote, right? Kind of
Technically.
because you wasn't existing before.
Mm-hmm.
No, you still have a connection to the spiritual world, so you still seeing things that spiritually like you know what I mean? Like you're more attuned to the spirit world. You
Yeah.
think that could be kind of what's going on
I think
if it was actually
it's also like as an adult, you get like forced into like logic for the most part.
yeah,
So that you don't have that as a kid. So as a kid, your imagination is your logic. So you can just see potentially what actually is there.
yeah. And also too, like like in those movies, I think movies might have it a little bit right.
Yeah.
Whereas like after being told so much times like it's not real, you
Mm,
just learn to like ignore it.
yeah.
Like it probably still there and you probably could still see it if you
Right.
tried.
Yep.
But because like you just used to like ignoring it, you just don't see it. Because even now, like sometimes as an adult, I
Yeah.
just sometimes see things like
Me
just like
too.
pass by,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and I'd be like, "What the fuck?" And then I try to see it because
Yeah.
I trying to see it, and then I can't see it.
Yeah. And it's like dogs in movies could see things. I was like, why? But I guess
Yeah,
they can't be told it's just not real because they're a dog. You know what I mean?
true.
They always know like a presence, or like birds in movies. They know when like
Yeah, yeah,
something
yeah.
acting up, they gotta leave.
Oh man, you're making me think about now
Was
The Last of Us.
uh
And I know we have a separate podcast for this,
yeah.
but you remember that one scene with the dog?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I was like, why isn't she paying attention to the dog? Like, are you doing?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was yelling at the screen so much for that first episode.
Well, I know what we're doing next then.
Yeah, we have to
Okay.
because I was livid. I was like,
Okay.
why? First of all, you know what? Let me
No,
not
no,
talk
no,
about
no.
it. But
Yeah,
I
yeah.
about to go.
Go to your next segment. Go to your next segment.
All right, let's go to the next segment. So speaking about zombies, I mean,
Uh-huh.
kind of zombies because they're not really zombies, are they? Kinda.
I know.
Would you rather be in a zombie apocalypse or a robot apocalypse?
That's hard.
Yeah.
I must say zombies.
Okay, why?
Because even though they could like evolve, like in Last of Us, to like if you're in a dark place, they lose their eyes so they can hear better. I feel like robots evolve on a different level where they
Yeah.
could get bigger, they could get stronger, they could get more destructive. They could also be like, we need to design missiles because they hide in too well. Okay,
Yeah,
beep beep
yeah.
boop boop, assemble, create what they got to create, and then that's their evolution. But it's always gonna be
Yeah.
top notch because technology. They could develop sonar, radar, whatever they want.
Eat. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's just
Infrared, I mean.
it's long.
So I would say both have their cons.
Yeah, of course.
Like, I'm thinking about who gonna survive.
Mm,
In the robot apocalypse, only the smartest humans gonna survive.
potentially.
Because potentially, because we're gonna have to invent ways to like survive, right?
Hmm.
Or combat the robots.
Yeah,
Or potentially if we're going to ever win, it's gonna be because somebody invented something
yeah,
that made us win. The zombie apocalypse, the only way to win is just from becoming immune,
yeah,
which that's not really like anybody could do that. Anybody could become immune. It could be the dumbest person on the planet. They
yeah,
just become immune because when the zombies bite me, nothing happens. I don't turn to a zombie. Haha. I
yeah.
could go around just walking amongst the zombies. Well, granted, the zombies will probably rip you apart,
Yeah, it
so
depends
never
on the type of
mind.
zombies too.
But so I don't like that. That made me think of something else actually before I continue. Did you know that in I think Europe and stuff, because like people of European descent had like they were more like compact and had like more like cities and stuff,
Uh,
they would like catch diseases and spread and stuff like that a lot more often than like people who live in like more sparse areas like in Africa and stuff.
I did know that.
So they have like I believe better immune systems.
They probably would.
Probably. I don't know if that's true or that's just like some kind of racist like logic thing that somebody said back in the
I
day.
think they
But
would need to though to develop that to conquer, well, to counteract all the disease that they get all the time.
yeah, it sounds plausible, right?
Yeah, it does.
So I just imagine that whoever would be the savior would end up having to be a person of European descent
Yeah,
because obviously they would probably have more genomic like factors to like potentially counteract the zombie virus.
yeah, yeah. And
So it would never be
also,
a
go ahead.
African descent person to be the hero.
Yeah,
So that makes me sad. So that's why I picked Robot Apocalypse.
but then zombies could die of old age.
They don't really die of old age, they're just constantly decomposing.
That's another thing. Robots don't do that.
True, true, true. That's
They
true.
could develop a solar panel that they could wear all the time, and they're good.
There's a movie like that. Oh, The Matrix, where
Mm.
the humans, the way how they try and destroy the robots was to like block out the sun.
Uh,
And then what ended up happening was it ended up killing all the humans because they blocked out the sun.
yeah, 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 yeah. It's like with the robots, we have to go, as in we and them have to go at the same time, basically.
Yeah.
With
And
the
the robots
zom
just figured out a way to survive
Yeah, with
without
the
the sun.
zombies, you could probably outlive them. You could probably hurt them in some way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, actually, the zombie one it's not better because if somebody figures out a way to like be immune to it,
Hmm.
it's easier to become immune to something than it is to invent something.
Yeah.
It's
And if
just
you're
easier.
immune, you stop in the spread.
Yeah, and then you just make a vaccine or
Yeah.
maybe make a drug, a serum or something,
What
put
if you could
face in that
like
person.
reverse the zombie, whatever? Well, not reverse it, but like
Or
cut it off.
what if we somehow in the future just get better at like genomic manipulation or like some
Hmm.
kind of thing like that?
That's what I
And
mean.
now we could just take the zombie cells, take that person who immune, slice it somehow, and make a super soldier.
Ooh.
A person who actually is still human but just has zombie powers.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hmm. Interesting.
Also, it depends on the kind of zombie, right? Because like some zombies are like the fast, like looking like they're like exorcist type
Yeah, yeah,
possessed
yeah,
people.
yeah, yeah.
And then you have the slow shambling zombies. It really
You
depends.
don't want to be that guy. One leg just never working. I hate those zombies are so annoying.
Dude, I don't want to just slap it. Like, why are you walking like that? Walk normal.
You died with two working legs. On your zombie, your one leg
Yeah,
just not working, just always to the
yeah.
side.
Lazy zombie.
Oh man, what else you got for us?
um, would you rather go on a cruise with your boss or never go on vacation ever again?
Boss, I don't understand. I
That's
like
an
my
easy one.
boss. Yeah,
Yeah, I like my boss too. I wouldn't mind going on a vacation. Like my boss, her husband, me, my wife.
yeah,
I could imagine that being a good time.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That was easy.
Granted, I don't really know her husband like that. Like I met him once, but I don't really know him like
But
that.
the alternative to never on vacation again. So it don't matter who he is.
True. What if
Just
he's like a big racist? Like,
just get him drunk and just have fun. Egg him on, get him thrown off the ship, literally.
okay, yeah, that's a good plan.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Now I don't know who any people are,
Huh.
so I'm not gonna read that one.
I mean, try it for the fans,
Uh,
for the fans.
okay, fans, I want to see this in the chat. Would you rather smooch Chris Pratt, Chris Pine, Chris Evans, or Chris Hemsworth?
Okay, so Chris Pratt is Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay,
What's the next one?
Chris Pine,
Chris
P.
Pine is the The one I don't know, because I don't think he's in any. Chris Pine is from Star Trek, the new Star Trek.
Dude, all their faces look the same in my brain.
Oh
So
my
let's
god.
just keep going. Who's Chris Evans?
Chris Evans is Captain America, I think.
Okay, I know Captain America and I know
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't know the guy from Star Trek.
Okay. And the last one,
And then Chris Hemsworth.
that's Thor.
Okay, I know who that is. Who would I rather kiss? Captain America, Guardians of the Galaxy, Thor. That's the ones I know. I don't know who that Star Trek guy is. And let me just look.
You do know him if you see him.
Okay, I know who that is. Yeah. Um, I don't know, man. I think I'll probably pick Thor.
Mm.
I don't know. They all like average looking white guys. I don't really know what to say.
Yeah. I might say Chris Pratt just because he's funnier. I think he's the funniest Chris to me.
Oh, he was on Parks and Rec as well.
Yes.
He is funny.
Hmm.
Funny goes a long way.
Yeah.
But I've seen interviews with Chris Evans, and he's funny like off camera, like
Oh
when
yeah,
he's
yeah,
not
for
acting.
sure, for sure. They're all funny. I have to see a video of them all interacting together. Who's the best Chris?
I'm gonna stick with Thor, I guess. I don't know. I mean, as I said, like they're all kind of the same to me, so I don't really think any are better
Mm,
per se.
yeah.
I think it'll come down to their personalities, like and I haven't seen enough interviews of them to like know what their personalities are like.
I'll send you some videos later.
Yeah, 'cause I think it'll come down to personality more than looks.
Yeah. Okay, so I think we'll skip this for next time and we're gonna talk
Wait,
about
wait, wait, no.
what's up.
One more, and then we done. One more. This is a banger
I hope
to
so.
end off on. Well, I hope so too. 'Cause I just maybe making shit up. Would you rather be beautiful and stupid, or unattractive but a genius?
I'm already the second one. I don't know what you're talking about.
You gotta think about this one though.
Why?
You're beautiful but stupid
Uh-huh.
means a lot of doors opening up for you.
I
And
hate
you know Trump
we're
rich.
not doing that.
You know some people who dumb are rich.
Okay. But like no, I don't like dumbness. You know I don't like it. I always choose to be
Fair,
smart. Your banger
fair,
was
fair,
not a
fair.
banger, bro.
But what
Uh
if
huh.
you're so unattractive that nobody don't care that you smart? Like you could be like Nobel Peace Prize winning, but nobody don't want to see nothing that you have to offer because they're like, we don't care. You're too ugly. You're making my eyes peel.
They won't ever have to see me. They're gonna be interacting with me through email and phone calls. I'm just that smart.
Oh, okay,
Bro, I'm
okay.
ready. I'm already living that life. I'm on hard mode already.
Yeah. I feel that. All right, cool. Let's move on.
Okay, I think we could do this scenario here and do some more stuff. Okay, TIFU again. Today I effed up. Today I effed up by throwing my steak out a window. It's a little bit long, but who cares?
Steak?
My steak. So
Like
they're
food.
at dinner and they have a steak.
Mm.
All right. It's really long. Okay, no, it's not. Last night, my wife's boss from her brand new job invited us over for dinner. On the drive over, my wife reiterated many times to me just how important it was to make a good impression. I scoffed and arrogantly informed my silly wife that I always make good impressions. My wife's boss is a single lady in her 50s, so it was just the three of us. We chit-chatted over drinks and salads and seemed to be really hitting it off. She laughed at my well-timed, perfectly appropriate jokes, and my wife seemed pleased. Soon she brought out the main course, a nice big juicy steak for each of us. As I began to cut into my steak, I was discouraged to discover how undercooked the steak was.
Oh
Now,
no.
I've had my fair share of rare steak. I prefer medium, but I can handle rare. This was several minutes on a hot grill short of rare. I probably could have resuscitated the cow had I tried. Instead,
Fair.
I sat there fidgeting with my knife and fork, worrying about how I was going to get away with not eating the steak. Claim veganism? No, I'd already
Just don't eat
feigned
it.
great enthusiasm upon seeing the steak. Just
Yeah.
then, our hostess excused herself to the kitchen to take care of some dessert preparations. As I looked across the fancy dining room table at the open window of this third-story apartment, a cartoon light bulb appeared over my head. I knew I had to be decisive, realizing that she could return at any moment. I committed. I grabbed the steak with my hand, gently shook off the juice, and executed like perfect throw right through the center of the open window. Here's the big time F up. The
Oh
window
no.
wasn't open. It was the cleanest freaking window you'd ever seen in your life. That is until my mostly raw slab of steak slammed up against it and slowly slid down, leaving a trail of bloody juice in its wake. My wife, whose steak was a nice medium rare and was unaware of my predicament, turned, jaw dropped, and stared at me like I was an alien from another planet. This look of dead slowly morphed into more of a "there's no place on this planet you can ever hide from me" expression of demonic anger. My wife's boss heard the thud of steak on the window on impact and came quickly. She took in the scene, the steak sitting on the windowsill, the bloody trail, my empty plate, then gave me an inquisitive, puzzled look. I just didn't know what to say. It felt like a minute of silence, but it was probably 3 or 4 seconds. Finally, the best I could manage was, "I'm so sorry. I'm such a klutz. I don't know. I was just cutting it and it slipped. Just ask my wife. I'm really a klutz, right, honey?" No help coming from that direction. "I'll clean this
Oh
up.
no.
I can't believe this. I'm so sorry," etc., etc. Both women continued to stare at me like I had escaped from a loony bin as I smeared the blood around the window with my cloth napkin, dusted off the steak, and continued to mutter on the incorrect explanation that I knew no one was buying the story. I knew what I had to do. I sheepishly returned to my seat and proceeded to eat every bite of that disgusting, cold, chewy, bloody, raw steak.
Eat it?
I remained pretty quiet the rest of the evening. My wife's only words to me since the incident are, "I'm fine." TLDR. Tried to sneakily throw my undercooked steak through an open window, only to find out it wasn't open.
Wow. That was a story.
Bro?
That was a story for sure.
Jesus.
Yeah. Oh man. Dude, let me think about this story. This story was,
This reminds me of your July 4th or New Year's party with your burger.
oh yeah, when I ate the raw burger, took a bite and I was like, this does not taste right, Swallow.
Imagine you bite it, you see it's undercooked, and you just like pitch it over the fence, and they're like, "What happened?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm a klutz. I'm sorry."
I think honestly, that would have made me laugh. His recovery was actually good,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
these women do not have a sense of humor, apparently.
That's impossible though.
I know exactly. That's why it's funny. That's why it's funny because it's like obviously this was not a mistake.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What would you do? I feel like in that situation, I would just like not eat the steak. I don't see what's the problem. Like
No, I'll just be
just
like,
say I don't like my steak this rare.
yeah, just tell them. Cook this a little bit longer, please. Like, it's not being rude.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not being rude. That's just normal. Some people like their steak to be rare. Some people like their steak to be well done.
Yeah,
Crazy people like their steak to be well done. But
yeah, 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 yeah. But just say something. You're not gonna. So she went to the kitchen. She come back and you done? No, that's
yeah, you eat a
because
whole
the window
steak
was
in less than
open and it gone out the window. You don't know what kind of mayhem you causing outside. Somebody driving by,
yeah,
a steak just plop onto their glass.
yeah. I just imagine that he threw the steak out and it hit an old lady who was walking on a cane.
Oh no! Bow.
Yeah.
No. Just say my steak is undercooked, or could you cook this for a little bit longer?
Easy. It's not that big a deal.
It's not at all. But I guess he was
I mean,
trying to make
honestly,
that good impression.
what I want to know is did this steak have a good sear on it though? Because sear is everything.
If it's like as raw as if it's raw, no.
They probably have a good sear. You could have a very well seared steak and it could still be raw.
That's
Because you just cook it because you
it
just
was
cook it really high and
cold.
really. It was cold
Yes, he said he had to eat this disgusting,
when they cooked the steak
cold,
yesterday.
chewy, bloody raw steak.
That's after he threw it. It cooled off in the breeze of him of flying through the
Ah.
air. That's
Oh
after
my
he threw it.
god.
But
That's
I don't
crazy.
know, man. I want to eat it, especially after it fell wherever it fell. Like that's a
Yeah,
no.
yeah. No, thank you.
No, I don't care. I'd rather be embarrassed. Although my wife says I don't get embarrassed, which kind of is true, but I don't think that's true.
I ain't throwing no stick out the window for sure. I'm like, just cook this some more, please. And
It's
he like,
easy. I mean,
he was about to be like, I don't eat meat, but he was like, ooh, steaks? And then the stick will be like, I don't eat steak actually. I was just joking. Nah, you have to eat the
right, right,
steak.
right, right. I was just gassing you. That's all. I was just,
Yeah, I was trying to
making my
confuse
wife
it.
look good.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I actually hate steaks.
Yeah, actually, steaks though, like I don't know,
Yeah,
like I'd
I hate
rather eat
steak.
like a mushroom.
You have any?
Mushroom
You
is
have any
good.
duck actually? Like that's my kind. That's
Yeah,
my
yeah,
thing of
yeah,
taste.
yeah,
You know, I'm not a steak guy. I'm a duck guy.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Maybe the steak was like I don't know, grounded and put into like two patties,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah, 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 yeah,
But just I don't know.
You have any ramen for this? No, I don't do steak without ramen. You
Yeah,
know, like
iffy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a little iffy. I mean,
that's
so I'm
crazy.
watching. Have you watched the new Velma?
Not yet.
You're gonna be in for a wild ride.
Mm.
That show is dumb. Like I want to say it's dumb, like not worth watching, but like they're trying too hard. That's how I
Uh,
feel about it.
I saw somebody say in a chat that Velma was unlikable, like the girl in
I don't know if
Forspoken.
I don't
Like
know if it's that deep.
they probably wait, but you know,
Yeah,
I'll
but in
try to
the
look into it. Sorry.
yeah, look into it so we could talk about it because that show is just like honestly, I don't even watch it anymore. I just have it playing in the background and just like be on my
Yeah.
phone,
Mm,
and then like I just kind of absorb what's going on like
yeah.
peripherally.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
But there's a scene in there. The reason why I brought up Velma is because there's a scene in there where this guy Fred,
Yeah.
um, he's so rich that he don't know how to do anything for himself.
That's crazy.
So he might have to cut his steak for him to eat it, or else he will choke.
No man.
Yeah, they have to cut it like small enough so he don't choke while eating his steak.
Mm-mm. That's crazy. Okay, we're gonna try something new right now, where I'm gonna give you a taste of next episode.
Okay.
Oh, and this one. Okay, so the header is, which I'll read next time as well. What grossed you out so much in a relationship that you just left? I'm only gonna read one this episode, and next episode we'll read a lot more. I briefly dated a girl who never cleaned her adult toys. It was something I missed the first few times we were together due to lighting, but once I did, it was all I could do to not retch. I played it off like the batteries had died in it. Afterwards, I took a peek in the rest of her collection, and they were all the same, coated in crustiness. It wasn't a missed spot here or there. Shit had residue, peeling and flaking off in big chunks, looking like the walls of an abandoned house. As far as I could tell, she wasn't an otherwise dirty person either. Her place was well kept and clean, and every time we were together, it was clear she had either just taken a shower or we had to take one together as part of our pregame. Then again, I have anosmia and can't smell most things, so maybe she stank to hell and I just couldn't tell. In all caps, clean your toys, people. And there you have it. So you know the rest? Mm,
Yeah.
that's crazy though.
That's nasty. She
Very.
have to be a person of non-color.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It's just you just gonna use it, put it down, be like, oh, I'm in the mood, pick it up again. No, clean
Oh,
it.
that face coming off into my bed. I don't mind.
Oh my god.
I re-moistening them.
Uh, it's,
Mm.
this is like a Patreon comment was like how you say that when you climax, you use that climax as lube.
Yeah, yeah,
That's what
yeah,
she
yeah.
doing with this, which is like
Wait, dry though.
yeah, it's dry. What are you doing? I guess it making it ribbed.
Or maybe like should it get too moist?
Uh-huh. So
You
you
know,
gotta
sop it up
absorb
a
it.
little. You know, sop it up a little bit.
Oh, but all right. Time for the outro. Go to Patreon. It's $3 a month or 12 if you're feeling rich. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell to get more
Ah,
stuff like
shit.
this. The stuff that like this is crazy is usually on Patreon. We'll give it a little taste. We're gonna read more of this next episode. Uh, we have some Last of Us stuff coming out too. We're gonna record that pretty soon. And then
And we're gonna do a book series soon. Well,
book
not soon, soon.
another book. We already recorded the last two books we read. And then we have reacting to the new movies of 2023. And that should be coming out hopefully soon. I'm trying to like figure it out the order. I'll be drop something in the middle of the week for them. A nice little gift. Yeah.
But thank you all for watching, man. Give us a
Yes.
comment.
hmm
What's a good thing to from to comment on this episode? I don't even know.
The
Like
would
I
you
feel like
rather's we
everything
did.
was kind of bangers.
The would you rather's.
The thing in the forest,
Yeah.
things to comment about that. Like, tell us what y'all would have done,
Yeah,
because
for sure.
I don't know if they could have done much different. To be fair,
Yeah. Yeah. Because oh, I know it's the outro, and we always do this, but like in my house we have blinds, but I never know who's behind the blinds or
yeah.
who's behind.
Imagine you pull the gun up and they're just right there.
I'm gonna go outside and fight them. Win or lose, I have to fight them because that's just as scary.
That's too scary.
That's don't do that. You just
Imagine they're
you
wearing the
you
Jason mask
scaring me
while
right
doing that.
now.
Imagine they're wearing a Jason mask and they're just there,
I
and you
can't,
pull the blind up.
I can't even live anymore. That's too much.
Yo,
That's
I
scary,
done.
scary. All
I
right,
go
this
and fight them. I fight them like the
uh
dude in Chainsaw Massacre. I mean, not
uh
Chainsaw Massacre, Chainsaw
Chainsaw
Man.
Man, yeah,
Yeah, I
not
only aim it for
only.
the balls.
We'll catch you guys in the next one, man. Peace.
All right, peace.